Warning! This is a fun build for doing fun things, not a serious build for doing serious things. No one is telling you to run this build if you don't want to. No one is saying that it is the most amazing build ever. I'm not dumb for making it. You're dumb for getting your knickers in a twist over it in the comment section. Do you know what's more fun than the Kuvazar? 3 Kuvazars. Flawless logic right there. That's basically how this build came into existence. I really like this thing, but I would kinda like to have 3 of them at the same time. Mirage, in my eyes, has always been a fun multiplier, right? She takes a fun thing and makes it more fun by giving you 2 more of it. So throughout the years, I've always maintained some sort of a Hall of Mirrors / Hall of Malevolence build for her. And it was never anything serious, it was just a fun build for doing fun things, as I've said in the beginning. There was one thing that always bothered me about this build though, and that was its tankiness. I'm not a big fan of using shields, not a fan of using quick thinking, and I'm definitely not a big fan of cycling invulnerabilities. I like health and armor, which unfortunately Mirage doesn't have an awful lot of. Or that's how it used to be anyway, because nowadays we have access to Archon charts and with just a little bit of Azure here and there, you can give any frame a good chunk of armor. So that's exactly what I did. The only downside of adding armor like this is that mods are not going to scale the extra armor, they're just gonna scale the base armor. 700 armor is still 700 armor though, so I'll take it. Now for the actual build, I just maximize duration with a little bit of extra strength and I run Arcane Grace and Victory for as much healing as possible. For the aura, I like to run Energy Siphon for the extra energy generation, but you can run whatever you want. I also pretty much need Premature Footed because I like to run this with explosive weapons, and self-stagger on this build is a big problem. Then we have Vitality and Nira's Hatred to scale our health and to also get a little bit of duration, which is then added on top of Prime to Continuity, Narrow Minded, Ogre Message and Constitution for a grand total of 303% duration. This makes our Hall of Mirrors and Eclipse last almost 75 seconds, so you don't have to worry about them at all, just activate them every now and then and you're good to go. Next on the menu we have Hall of Malevolence. What this does is it increases the damage of your doppelgangers from Hall of Mirrors by 5% every time you get a kill, stacking up to 50%. And to top it all off, I am running Umbral Intensify. This is kind of a flex slot, it just increases the bonus damage from your Eclipse and the damage of your doppelgangers from Hall of Mirrors, but if you're not worried about damage, you can just run something else if you want to. Now for the Arcanes, I am running Arcane Grace, which gives you a chance to regenerate health whenever you are hit, as well as Arcane Victory, which is a chance to regenerate your health when you hit a headshot. This is because Mirage doesn't really have any health sustain, so this helps a lot. The build is extremely straightforward. You load into a mission, activate Hall of Mirrors, activate Eclipse, and if you have Dispensary subsumed over something, like I do, you can plop that down as well to sustain your explosive weapons in the beginning. And that's it, you go shooty shoot all the bad guys. You know, usually when I'm making a build for a video, I try to make it good. I don't deliberately make bad builds, but this one is just different. I'm like, you know what sucks? Buttons. Pressing buttons. Pressing buttons sucks. So let's give it as much duration as I can, so I only have to press very few buttons. Also, being dead is not very fun, so let's give it some armor and health. That's it. I honestly see this video as a less of a build guide and more of a reminder that, you know, you can do dumb stuff if you want to. If you want to run around with max duration Mirage with armor and health, you can do that. Because a lot of the Warframe videos that I see nowadays, and by the way, I'm not calling anyone out because I do this too, are just, this is the most ridiculous weapon you have ever seen. This weapon broke Warframe. How this weapon deletes entire planets out of the solar system. And there is nothing wrong with that, by the way. If that's how you have your fun, that's how you have your fun, just go and do that. But from what I've seen, chasing only the best of the best and only ever using the best of the best tends to not entertain for very long. People always ask me, how the hell am I still playing this game after 10 years? And the answer is this. Dumb.
Slim.
Like this.